Hey, this is Brian with Impact Defense.
And this is Matthew.
And today we're going to continue our discussion about knife defense and some of the most common attacks. The last time we were discussing knife defense, we showed two different variations of defenses that you can actually use in a realistic situation. Today we're going to build on that by actually talking about some of the most common attacks with a knife and another variation of what we can do in a realistic situation. If we look at the statistics from actual knife attacks, then we can learn that actually 65% of knife attacks are actually just stabs. So that varies a little bit. You have about 40% or so that is a grab and stab, and then you have about 25% is just a straight stab. In those situations, we can actually use the same defense that we did last time, but we wanted to give another variation that also works. And one of the defenses that we did not like, that we made a small mention of last time, was the idea of somebody coming in and you throwing a punch and a block at the same time. There is some issues with this. Like we said last time, when we're doing this, it's a lot to think about. And it doesn't really line up very well with your body's natural response to things. So the first thing we're going to make sure that we're doing is we're standing in a spear stance. Now remember, that spear stance is basically a fighting stance, but our hands are open and facing our attacker. Now our focus here, instead of trying to do things simultaneously, is actually use a parry. Boom. I'm going to parry down quickly and then come back. I want to return. With the knife, there is a lot of faking and feinting on the part of the attacker. So by focusing on the parry, I am not putting myself out of position if I am wrong. So I'm still coming back to my position where I am still strong and stable. So now, as he's coming in for the stab, and it doesn't matter if it's a low stab or if it's a high stab, when he comes in for the stab, I'm going to parry down and then I want to follow very quickly with the punch. And that's how we're going to do this. If we try to do this again at the same time, it becomes a lot more complicated of a move. But if you're training the idea of boom, then I'm actually able to hit him and block him and hit him without having to fully commit to that one that we did in the last video. So notice from that last demonstration, when we were moving around, I didn't really know when he was going to attack, but when his feints and fakes, I never fully come out of position. If I was wrong, then my hand would just return back as fast as possible. So now we can use the same technique to move into what we did in the last video. So now from here, when he goes to stab, I can parry down, then punch, and then move in to isolate the arm. All right, so now we want to take these principles, start putting them together, and start practicing in all ranges and all variations of this. So there will be links in the descriptions to a couple of training knives that we like. And thank you very much for watching the video. Remember, if you would like to see more content like this, be sure to like and subscribe, click the bell notification, and keep checking us out, guys. In the video, guys, if remember. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Remember, if you want to see...
We are amateurs and we make low quality garbage videos.
I want to put that at the end so bad.
You can now, it's a blooper. And I'm the one that said it.